we are going to the fifth block, and we welcome here Mr. Pavel Hübner. Thank you for the information. I am co-owner and CEO of HARDWARIO company. Let me share our story. How do we help our partners? And let's start with the presentation. So, we are a company that develops and produces hardware, IoT platform and products. We work in terms of digital transformation. We build partner network. We do not dive into some vertical axis. We have our partners for them, those who are experts in health services or agriculture. We will show you the applications. And we concentrate on high quality infrastructure. Our product line goes from whatever up to the platform Chester in cloud. We also have two branches, one in Houston in the States and one in United Kingdom. They are not big offices, but we can present ourselves there as a company with a definite identity, which opens the door to our business in those countries as well. And why we are popular with our partners is our ability to react quickly. We do a lot of customizing service. I mean, we develop different hardware modules to our clients. We also completed with implementation, integration of their own products. We have our printing device, printing logos on our clients' particular boxes. Our story, we began in 2016. In here you can see our first hardware laboratory in Jablonec nad Nisou. We were a spin-off of the company Jablotron. We founded together with Alan Fabik, the company, and a year later we became spin-off. But before that, we even had our own product that we launched on the market. It was a kit called Big Clown. It was meant for do-it-yourself, and everybody could make his or her own IT project. We expanded, or we went to Germany we went there to the exhibition IFA, and we got a lot of feedback. One of them was, do not be afraid to expand, and we therefore followed the instruction, and with the kit Indiegogo, we expanded into 35 countries. And on the way, we found out that more and more companies were interested in our Big Clown. Chess, for instance, ordered hundreds of these kits for testing smart solutions in retail. And while we were still working on Big Clown, we realized that it was a funny name. If you enter a major company and say, I'm here for Big Clown, it's rather silly. So we spun off of our mother company, and we concentrated on a platform that is still implemented in Slovakia, HIB Reavis, a space that uses the product Cooper. And we understood that was the thing that was attractive for companies, that we can wirelessly and not invasively implement or apply our boxes and transform the digital world in digital data into virtual world. At a certain moment, a magazine called Lesní práce, Works in Forest, contacted us that there was a problem with the bark beetle and the condition of our forest, and that they needed a product that would inform them about temperature in a given forest, so that they know whether they are in a critical situation in terms of bark beetle. So you can see our product. It was a small box like that, screwed up with two screws up and down, but we haven't realized that trees were growing, are growing permanently, and therefore we suddenly realized that the accelerometer showed a different orientation, and we had to pick up those boxes back again and change the configuration. On the right-hand side, you can see Vodafone Business, and we applied an enlarged box variant in the United Kingdom, and it was enriched for a specific function called environmental monitoring. They wanted to know what is the effect of the climate changes on the growth of the tree. And our Chester meant to work for 5 years, collected the data, sending it to cloud. Both the temperatures were measured and other parameters. In the same way as our applications grew, Chester developed as well. There are more than 30 different products. The platform is extremely versatile, and that's its advantage. It can be used in many industrial applications. It's a very strong tool helping to transform many different industries. In order to be successful, we needed to concentrate not only on shape of our boxes, but on, first of all, hardware inside. So we have hardware that is able to communicate with endpoints on customer side, who can then generate JSON, and besides that, we have many other functionalities. This is an open source platform with many tools that help also developing other products, just as Zephyr software system, very innovative, helping development of innovative products. One application that ranked among our basic ones, initial ones, very important from the point of view of funding, we made it with Unifly, which was a Belgian startup focusing on software platform tracking manless drone traffic, and we made a hardware system to it, tracking the position of drone and integrating their data into the whole system. And this contract supported us for 2 years development of our own. We also have a very successful cooperation with another company developing the platform Proximos in the healthcare system. They monitor temperatures for purposes
tak se s tím sledovaly teploty
of stocking medicines and vaccines. It was very important, especially in the period of epidemics. And together we also developed Sticker, which is the smaller box on the right that is able to even better monitor temperatures of drugs. And also the product HARDWARIO Fiber that is able to continuously collect the data. Another example of our most successful application for this current year, it was a contract from California, Grain Link, helping optimize logistics processes, measuring temperatures of grain in silos. We work on it together with our partner, and we transformed logistics processes, increasing thus efficiency of agriculture processes. Also, we monitor quality of air in schools. There are sensors in classes, on doors. There is a QR code stick to the door. Whoever goes by can read the data, the temperatures, and the quality of air in the class. This is another application. This is VMBus telemetric gate that helps to collect data in residential dwellings. and collect the data from energy meters, sending them into cloud, and that helps partners that make then invoicing of data consumption in between in among various clients. And the last application is from manufacturing, cooperation with the Liberec company Softly. We monitor production lines through our novelty that is called Gauger. It's fixed on PLC or to some other support, and it collects the data from a given production line. If you don't have the data, you can hardly optimize the process. So with the help of a simple hardware, you can make your processes much more efficient. And when speaking about production, I mean manufacturing, we have our own HARDWARIO studio production line. Last year, we invested several millions of crowns into printers, CNC, Fresca, and thermic chamber. We have this workshop in Liberec, and in there we produce our own products, or we offer our capacity for clients who need to implement some customized contract and they cannot use their own equipment because it's occupied, so we offer our own capacity, for instance, for printing the boxes, the packagings. As to our presence on the exchange, stock exchange, we had two main highlights moments. It was the campaign Fund Lift that converts later on in ITO. In 2002, we decided we would convert HARDWARIO, a limited company, and we would go for a listed company. There were many partners from Fund Lift company. We had to pay them out. It was a very demanding process, but we managed to convince majority of shareholders to go for it. And in autumn 2022, we opened our presence in Prague Stock Exchange, and we got 160 million of basic equity, and with help of it, we successfully expand abroad. We have two branches. One is in Liberec, the other is in Houston. They are commercial representations. However, it's not only about these two places. We are able to sell our products to many other countries, and this map shows the destinations of our exports. We always concentrate on technologies of IoT. We first have to map the country, whether there's the right connectivity. So it's not that we just pack the package and send it to a given address. No, we have to pre-examine the environment. The process is more complex than that, but still we are able to deliver, to ship and deliver very efficiently our products into many countries around the globe. When speaking about London, just recently, just last week, we went there and we made an IoT branch presentation. I can recommend that. It's a perfect format for people coming to your event. You offer them some refreshment and you make them familiar with what you can do for them. And we have our well-established partners there. And so it's a combination between business, technologies, and also a very strong, powerful networking. This is a picture from Houston, downtown Houston on the left, and Florida picture in autumn 2022. We were installing new energy photovoltaic. It was a pilot project for detection of fires. And sure, in Florida, you have many storms throughout the year, and it's difficult to prevent fires. But what can help is an early detection. Unfortunately, the project didn't develop further. Word didn't allow further financing of our activities. We are a small company, and we ran over kilometers and kilometers of meadows belonging to a company that is multiple times bigger than chess, and we had to move safely because there are some holes, unexpected holes. If you step on, you may deep inside. There are alligators, there are snakes, so a beautiful experience and still demanding, and a demonstration of the fact that even a small company can help a big American corporate. Let me speak about our team and our culture. Recently, I applied for a competition in Volkswagen of the Year contest, and one of the questions was, what makes you the most proud of your company? And I said, I am most proud of the fact that people who have started with us are still with us 8 years later. I'm very grateful for that. And we try to maintain the openness of our team. We have open hardware, we have open sources, we have open sharing, and it's so much incorporated in our minds that we really teach each other, we share learning. This is, for instance, a course of IoT applications in practice. Me and a colleague of mine being lecturers. We also cooperate with other colleges, such as the one technical college in Liberec or secondary school for textile industry in Liberec as well. So we try to show how our applications can help the practice. Thank you for the attention. Your experience is quite unique, I must say, with both platforms that are markedly different, Google and Fundlift. They work completely differently. You fundraise money, and only after that you start producing, while with the second platform you have products already available. What would be your assessment of those two platforms? What was more difficult? What was easier with each of them? What would you recommend? Would you use both of them? The experience with these two is really extremely different with funding. The one we started with, you try to look for clients. It's a marketing channel. And we were rather negatively surprised by the level of complexity of preparations. You have to fill a lot of documents, you have to shoot many videos, and that was the beginning, and we made many mistakes, but that was a threshold. With Fundlift, you present to your investors what is your vision and return of investment, and preparation is much easier. I would rather say that more you get to the output, I mean getting the investor, it was getting more and more difficult, not the preparation phase. So preparing for entering the stock exchange, selling shares through our e-shop, it was quite a good way and very legitimate one, and legal one, in fact. IoT, extremely difficult process, due diligence, half a year of work, necessity to have lawyers. I can only pay respect to my colleagues who work on it. It is very interesting also because of the fact that the market is highly specific. Is there anything in IoT market you would say it's completely different from other markets, including software, finance, and whatever? Of course, since we are a hardware company, the business is very difficult from the point of view of cash flow. There are difficult moments, especially when you have to fund some major contracts, because in hardware world you must have a warehouse with spare parts, you must have a stock of your own products, and you also have the problem, if you remember COVID, I mean, you sell spare parts at any price.
So it was tough times. We were actually lucky because we were just getting ready for an extension of the production. So we started the preparatory works before COVID times. In terms of IoT, it's a specific market, fairly young. IoT had existed before, but there are many things, many companies that actually test it and do pilot projects, and that's what's so characteristic about the market. I've seen a statistical analysis, and it said that most of the projects actually end up as pilot project. And what we try to do is to increase our chances. On the other hand, there is OK service and healthcare monitoring and the grain link order from last year. So we can see that the client comes back. And these are the gold eggs which serve as the foundation of our business. What's nice about the segment is that you accomplish the project, it's profitable, and then you become stable because your partner wants to grow too. And although the business is not characterized by huge leaps, it can assure a greater stability. Maybe one last question to move on. Based on your experience, would you recommend going on stock exchange? Well, that's a really hard question. The business should always think about how demanding it is, because it's fairly expensive. If you subscribe for the capital, you need to pay all those who've helped you during the whole process, so you'll lose some percentage in the beginning. But what's so great about it is that it's a form of marketing, and to us it was a great leap forward. We didn't have many things in place which you need to have if you are publicly traded. So we hadn't had general meetings, stuff like that, but now we have it. So it kind of moves you forward. Thank you very much. We are short for time, but we thank you for your presentation. Thank you very much. Bye.